All right, folks. Thank you for joining me here this morning in what is our next installment of our educational series of events here at the spa on Green Street. All right, so what if I were to tell you that for mere pennies a day, pennies per week even, that you can find a way to relieve your pain and work at the root of the pain imbalance itself? You might be thinking, uh-oh, here's another gimmick, right? One that's overhyped, one that delivers too many promises and yet is short on results. What if I were to tell you that this indeed does exist? That I myself have used it for my chronic lower back pain. That leading body workers, physical therapists, renowned strength and conditioning coaches, and top-level athletes all the world over swear by. Today, I'd like to convince you that if you are serious about relieving pain at the source, finding a way that is very simple, easy, and cost-effective, then you need to look no further than to include foam rolling. So, we'll be talking about foam rolling. I'll start with just what foam rolling is, the origins of foam rolling, how it works a little bit. Terrell, you're going to be helping us do a little bit of a demonstration to see the simplicity. And then I'll conclude with describing some of the longer-lasting benefits so we can see how it can help ourselves, but also our clients here at the spa. All right, so what is foam rolling and where did it all come from? So foam rolling is very simple. It is a self-massage and acupressure technique that uses your own body weight over this piece of foam that you just put on the floor and you roll over it. Okay? It has its origins in massage. This is exactly what you guys do, you massage therapists here, when you use pressure, right, to relieve the constrictions in the soft tissue. Okay? But it really has its applications in myofascial therapy. So in getting a little bit of an idea about how long massage has been with us, I did some research and I thought it was pretty interesting. Like the first written recorded history of massage therapy dates back to the year, anybody guess?
Roman Empire?
Actually 2330 BC.
Wow.
In the tomb of Akmenthor, also known as the tomb of the physician in Saqqara, Egypt.
Wow.
And there's this mural in there that depicts two people having work done on them, on their hands and on their feet. So think about that. That is thousands of years ago. We've been doing massage. We've known the benefits. It's time-tested, right? It's without anybody's speculation as to the benefits that it offers us. Now, the evolution of massage, of course, has gone through many stages. And since the late 1900s, a type of therapy that you all are familiar with, called myofascial release, was introduced. A gentleman by the name of Broda Barnes was instrumental in helping to promote myofascial therapy. So what is myofascial therapy and how does it relate to foam rolling? Myo means muscle, fascia, it's the soft tissue of the connective tissue. And the connective tissue is there to provide support and protection to all the organs and the tissues of the body, right? The part that we're concerned with of the fascia is the part that lies and wraps around the muscles, okay? And it's well known in chronic pain that this fascia can constrict, much like you would see, say, a piece of aluminum foil get all kind of rumpled, it gets all crinkly, and that pulls on the muscle, and all the nervous system, the nerve cells that interweave through this fascia feel the pain and irritation and give us the pain signals. So it was discovered that myofascial therapy, by temporarily increasing the tension on a muscle, right, you temporarily increase the pressure on a muscle, sends a signal to the brain, and the brain responds by relaxing it. It's called the autogenic inhibition reflex of the Golgi tendon organs. So a lot of scientific babbledy-gook here, but it's really neat the way it works. So when you guys put your thumbs in to a muscle belly, It's really tight. You put your elbows in there. You're doing your effleurage. That's what you're doing. You're actually giving a signal to the brain to tell the brain to release the muscle. We instinctively do it. Who here has a dog or a cat? You know, a couple of you do. Yeah, everybody almost here. What do they do when they wake up in the morning? Right? They stretch out. We all do that because stretching temporarily lengthens it, right? We feel the tightness, so we instinctively do that. The brain responds by releasing it and allows us to be more mobile and free. Pretty neat. Now, so that you know where massage kind of took a back seat, this happened back in the 1980s in the physical therapy boom, where there were some interesting technologies that were given into the market. Electrostim and ultrasound, right? This allowed physical therapists, who were the mainstays of helping people, to help them in their rehabilitation, right? Massage therapy was well used up until then, but it took a back seat because now, if you're a physical therapist, you can see 10 people in the same hour and just plug them up to these little devices, right? So it's kind of like this industrial process. World-renowned strength coaches like Mike Boyle, who coached the 1998 U.S. Women's Olympic hockey team, and he also was the strength coach for the Boston Bruins of the National Hockey League. He has this wonderful clinic in Boston, Massachusetts, and he is a big proponent of massage and foam rolling, because no matter how well these gadgets work, it never replaced massage therapy, right? Athletes all over the world were still demanding, guess what? I get better responses through a massage. You're going to see how with foam rolling, it takes massage to the next level, allowing you guys to save your precious thumbs. You don't have to work so hard, and your clients get well faster. It's a win-win for everybody. So now that we've understood a little bit about the origins, how it works, Terrell's going to help to show us how simple of a foam rolling session can be done. All you need is this foam roller. Okay? This is a cylindrical piece of foam. There are those out there with varying densities. So you can start off with softer ones. You can recommend them to your clients that are more in chronic pain, because it can be a little painful at first. Okay? But then as they get better and better at it, as they can tolerate more pressure, they get more relief. Just like when you can work deeper into the muscle, you can actually help them to feel better and better. So Terrell, if you wouldn't mind, we're just going to do a few examples here to give you an idea about how this works. Okay, so Terrell, why don't we start with the common concern that people always have is lower back pain, right? What do you do to work lower back pain? What muscles do y'all typically work with? Yeah, the QLs, lower back muscle, the piriformis. That's what I use, by the way, with a chronic lower back pain that I had. Just a lot of work in the piriformis and upper gluteals. And it's amazing the relief that I received. And then with massage therapy, I was able to work a lot better. So Terrell, let's go ahead and give us a few rollouts here. I call this the rock and roll method. Right? Because you rock and you roll. So she's rolling her lower back right here, and she's getting also the upper gluteals. So that's what you would do. We're using, of course, the massage therapy table. It's a little cushion, but ideally you would do this on the floor. And always make sure that if there's an injured area, that they get their healthcare provider to authorize this. But they can be worked in any other area. Okay, Terrell now is going to work the upper back, the thoracic area. Right? All the great muscles, the rhomboids, the scapula. You can also extend the arms over the head to get greater traction and get greater stretch. Okay? Why don't we move to the lower body? Folks that have a lot of plantar fasciitis. Who here deals with that in your clients? We know that the origins of that fascia go into the calf muscle. And this is very easy to do, to roll these calf structures right here. Right? What you're doing is getting greater blood into the area, you're removing waste tissue, and you're rolling out, like a rolling pin, You're rolling out that tight connective tissue, that fascia. Okay? So now we can progress a little bit higher. That's right. And then you could probably take it all the way up to the hamstrings as well, just to roll that out. Very easy, just nice and roll. See, and Terrell's lifting her body up, so she's getting more leverage. But if it's too tender, she could sit down and just roll and use less pressure that way. Just like you would also kind of, graduate the pressure according to their level of tolerance. One of the great areas that people have imbalances, those of you that work with runners, shin splints and also IT band syndrome. So Terrell can turn to her side and just will work the IT band. That's right. And this can be very painful, no doubt. That's right. But Terrell's been working at this for quite some time. And the IT band is that lateral band of connective tissue which articulates and goes from the hip all the way to the knee. Great. Very simple. Anybody can do this. What's that?
Can't say.
Oh, can't say. Okay, sorry. Thank you. There you go. Okay. Thank you so much, Tara. That was great. This is very simple to do, right? Very easy. You can get the other side too. That's right. Balance it all out. That's good. That's right. And it's wonderful. Like the benefits that you get are pretty much immediate. Just like your clients feel right after a good massage, it just opens them up. Okay? So now that you've seen a little demonstration on how simple a circuit of foam rolling is, and there's a few more that we can go over as well, and I have this little sheet that you can take home with you afterwards. I want to discuss now the longer lasting benefits that you can expect from foam rolling. First one is relaxation, just like I was saying, how you feel after a good massage. Feeling pain is a constant signal of stress to the nervous system, and that wears on you. It's hard to be in a bright mood. It's hard to feel energetic and lively when you're constantly under pain. Right? We know of all the symptomatic therapies with anti-inflammatories and all the narcotics that are used to control pain. But what if something so simple here, like this, a person can do a few times a week that gets to the root of the pain? Allows you guys to work a lot easier with your clients. So relaxation is something that you can expect longer term, less stress, feeling well, more balanced, happy, and energetic. Number two, of course, flexibility, right? There's no doubt that with increased range of motion that you get from foam rolling and from massage, you have greater flexibility. We know that strength and flexibility are core components of fitness, like cardiovascular health and nutrition are. Strength and flexibility. If you have strength and no flexibility, or flexibility and no strength, you're lopsided. They both work together. Moving through a greater range of motion is very, very helpful for the third component, which is injury prevention. How many of us are interested in helping our clients to prevent future injuries? A lot of injuries occur. Yeah, a lot of injuries occurs because they're restricted in their movements. And so they do something, they pick up their grandchild or pick up some groceries, and suddenly their back goes out on them. Right? There was some chronic area of tightness that wasn't resolved that then didn't allow them to just do something so simple as move through a range of motion and pick something up. Right? So injury prevention is extremely valuable component. Foam rolling, as in self-myofascial therapy, has been studied extensively. I picked up here, even in doing some research, as soon as March of 2013, right, 2 months ago, an article that was published in the Journal of Strength and Conditioning Research talked about how an acute bout of self-myofascial release, aka foam rolling, increases range of motion without a subsequent decrease in muscle activation or force. Because it used to be thought that if you stretch out a muscle, you make it weaker, so you shouldn't lift weights. But now, things are changing. Things are being studied. This is really an excellent tool to use for all of us. Okay, so now that we understood a little bit of its origins, how it works, giving you a brief demonstration, seeing some of the benefits, I think you can be pretty convinced that this is an essential tool if you're really serious about helping not only yourself, but the clients that you work with. Talk about cost effective. You can get one of these for less than $20 at your local sporting good department store, online, Target, Walmart, anywhere. They have them all over the place. You're going to see them more and more because it is an effectively deceptive, simple tool that is really helping you to become a better therapist, right? Imagine seeing a person week after week. We've talked about like, gosh, these people should be improving more. That's because you only see them 1 hour a week. How many other hours of the week there are that they could be doing something? So imagine your clients getting better, quicker, and not having them to come in so often. It's a win-win. I mean, ultimately, as professionals, we want our clients to get well as fast as possible. For those of us that are into fitness, those of you that are yoga instructors, also you can help your clients increase their flexibility and range of motion and make their exercise sessions more productive. Right? It's really a fascinating tool. So the next time, perhaps, that you yourself have a little bit of pain or your clients are suffering from pain, recommend foam rolling. It's very simple, cost-effective, and it'll make your work that much easier. 3 simple words to remember. Rock and roll. All right. Yeah, picture everybody. Okay, there you go. Cool.